welcome to another episode of Darkest Dawn. Okay, so we're here with Bobby, who's playing her monk character. We're here with Robert, her husband, who's playing the treant, who's a bloodroot tree. He's a vampire tree. We're here with Willie, who's playing his Warforged. We're here with Karen, who's playing her elf assassin. We're here with Chris, who's playing his basically psionic dragon. Is that right? Okay. We're here with Shannon, who's playing her drow druid. And we're here with John, playing his spawn, basically. Alright, so we will have the people next to me roll their initiative. And I will roll as well. It's my big dice. You guys need to get higher than 11.
I got 3.
Hang on.
And you got a 15. Okay. So, for everybody out there, I'm starting a new thing where I am basically giving the group, or one person in the group, a gift every month. So, whoever rolls highest on the initiative, and we switch out people who do win, whoever gets highest on the initiative gets the prize for this month. And it just so happens to be John this month. So, for the rest of the year, John, unfortunately, you're not going to be in the drawing to win the other prizes. But, this is what you get today. So, why don't you do the outside first, and then put it in front of the camera so everybody can see what you won.
Alright.
So, put that on there. They ain't going to be able to read it. But it's basically a card that allows him, gives him access to some alchemy, which allows him to make alchemist fire, smoke sticks, anti-venom, and thunderstones and stuff like that.
Wow, that actually fits my character.
So, you now have access to some alchemy because of this. What else did you get?
Get pretty pink glow sticks.
Glow sticks.
And the blue. And are you kidding? You got a fucking wand.
Glow wand. Okay. Now show this out there. Hopefully they can see the symbol on it. You got
a shaker bottle.
what's basically a water bottle with the D20 on it.
Yep.
Okay. Now open it up and
Okay,
pour out
Maybe it's not.
what's in it.
It's dice.
I'm appreciating this bit.
Oh.
The rest will not come out. Oh, okay. Guess what, guys? Our monsters are chocolate. Eat away!
See, that's what happens
There we
when
go.
things go
There's one.
sideways in holes.
That's what happens when what?
Things go sideways in holes.
Oh,
And there's
God.
the first day.
Oh, and here we go. Shh. It starts.
I'd like to point out that there are multiple.
We haven't even started
It's
the
just
game
chocolate.
yet, and now we're getting perverted.
Either way.
I got my hand stuck in a
kill
hole
me.
right now, and I'm trying to get that out. It's not working because it don't want to come out.
Oh my.
Third at it.
It's stuck in there. That'd be easy.
That was too much information.
The other
I don't
thing,
know what you did. You
the
did
other thing in
something.
there was this dice set.
Sick. I got diamonds.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Do you know what's funny? That's my birthstone.
And then the other one,
Diamonds.
the other one that was in here is this dice set.
Ooh. Those sound heavy.
Not really. They actually
then
feel
there's more.
extremely light. Here, check it.
More chocolate. So there you go.
These
So-
actually have more weight.
The last thing that was in there is what I'm going to go over right now.
Club and nugget.
A
Shit.
mini?
The last thing in there, I don't know if you can see it or
A
not,
bear? It is a bear.
is a celestial bear.
Woo! So do I get him?
That is
that a
now
good
you're
shot?
familiar.
Yes!
Is that a good shot?
Hell yeah! I'm accepting this
Yeah, it's
one.
good
Mine.
I was just gonna jump to the camera.
That is now you're familiar. You can summon him once a game.
So like once a day, you mean?
Once a session. To recap, you got a cool new ability. You got a cool new familiar that you can summon. Got some candy. You got basically a fancy water bottle and a bunch of other junk. So, to recap, we just got to Dax. We basically opened the door. John put out the fire and resurrected Dax.
Yep.
So, new rule for everybody. If you're interrupting on somebody's turn, I will get an attack of opportunity against your character. The person who you're interrupting gets to roll a d6 to see how hard it is. Okay? Just so we're clear with everybody. Alright, so, yes.
You wanted Chris and I's fortitude saves too.
Yes, you guys basically weren't here last time. So you guys basically enter the hallway that they're in. And you have to do your fortitude saves to see whether
I know.
you shrink or not, or how badly.
It's a
I was just gonna say,
66
I
on
got
the
this
nose.
So you got a 66? Wow, okay. So you're good. What sucks about it is, though, if you pass the fortitude save, you still shrink, but not as bad.
Oh, well. That's
So
fine.
you shrink to medium, which is what you are.
I was gonna say I thought it was medium size.
So you're good.
Your turn.
75.
So you shrink to medium. If you were to fail the save, depending on how badly you fail the save, who was it? Karen? You're the only one that failed it.
I failed it too, but I did
was
I did a
Bobby.
I did a
I
thing
thought you
to
failed
fix
to save.
myself.
Didn't you fail to save?
So,
She didn't have to do save.
I'm normal
Oh, right,
size now,
that's
but I fixed
right.
myself.
Oh wait, you do.
Oh, I
You
can
do
remember.
because it's taking away your planar effects.
So,
Yeah. So
let's see, I think I'm about
she
2
is small.
Like
She
2
didn't fail it as bad. Like if you fail it by 10, you shrink too small. If you fail it by more than 10, you shrink to tiny. He failed it by more than he shrank to tiny, and now you're what? Small? Or are you medium?
No, I'm medium because
So
I
you were
did
able
a thing
get-
to fix myself.
You basically did an action point or something to reroll or whatever. I don't remember.
So then, can Chris become a dragon here, since it is technically natural to him and not like shape-shifting, magical kind of thing?
All those abilities are gone. He is stuck a dragon.
Ooh.
So he is a medium-sized dragon right now.
Ooh.
Your wild shape is gone.
Yeah.
All of his psionic abilities are gone.
I glow, so wild shaping is kind
Your
of.
glowing is gone. Your aura is gone.
Oh, for once I want to shape-shift.
To be honest, right now I'm the only one glowing, but that's because my head's on fire.
You have wings, right?
Yeah.
You forgot how to fly. Literally.
So I'm gonna roll, okay?
At least when you're flapping, you'll smack somebody.
Yeah, so I shrink small.
Yeah. No, you shrink to tiny.
Well, tiny.
So, Bobby Joe is now a little kitty.
Like, is Bobby Joe backpack size?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick her up and throw in the. I'm just gonna pick her up and toss her in the backpack for now.
Careful, she might suffocate.
No, in my
I'm
backpack.
kidding.
It's not a bag holding. It's just a backpack.
That's a bag. She dies because you put her in the wrong bag.
I only have one
Bag of
bag.
holding.
If you put, no, for future reference, if you do put something in sentient in a bag of holding, it dies.
Yeah.
Just so everybody
Yeah,
knows.
because there's no air.
There's nowhere.
But no, that way she can.
And that's
keep
just
up
something
because
that
well,
technically does not
otherwise-
need to breathe.
Yes. Okay, so John won the prize and won the initiative. So we'll go with you. We'll finish up with you. Basically, you resurrected Dax, put out the fire. The room is now basically smoking, and you're about to enter it. So, what are you doing? Are you just entering the room, or are you doing an insight check first? Because Dax, you see Dax is about to say something when you about to enter the room.
Can you describe what we're seeing?
Pitch black room.
The hallway that you guys are in basically looks like the catacombs of the city. It's basically like the underneath the catacombs, the sewer. The walls are brick. It smells like something old, like when you
Mildew.
Yeah, like mildew. Like a part of the city that nobody's been to a while. Luckily, there's no smell of sewage yet, so that's good.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. So it
How-
is your turn.
What do I need for an insight?
You need. It's low. So basically, a 46 or higher.
On the insight? Alright, I'm good.
Okay.
My insight's a 45.
Okay, so not a 1, basically. Alright, so you're good. So you catch Dax about to say something in your head or out loud as he's, recovering from
Wait,
being...
would he croak?
Would he croak when he died?
No, well, funny.
Anyways.
No, I mean when he talks out loud, because he usually talks telekinetic or telepathically.
Yeah, he's got a weird voice.
Oh, sorry.
Careful. I will attack you.
Covers down.
Okay, so...
Crazy idiot frogs.
I know, right. Okay, so... Dax basically looks at you and says, just hold on a minute. Don't go in there. And you look at him like, why? And he's like, there was a fire that started in there by Samael. Because he was trying to get through the room and something was attacking him. I was following him. he started a fire and killed everything in that room. He says that room was a stable for a part of the city where it was basically the basement of a stable where they kept certain creatures in there.
And there's nothing.
They're all dead now.
There's fire. There's lots of fire.
So do you ask him?
Well, the thing is, I had to bring him back because he was a burnt child.
As you're kind of listening to him talk, and the door's open now. As you look in the room, you see what looks like some kind of horse stables.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're looking, kind of trying to get a. Why don't you roll a perception check?
Well, you said I could see the energy and whatnot now because of this place.
Yeah, but you're kind of trying to look around some things to see what was in there.
Well, my perception's just as my insight, which is 45.
Okay.
So would it be a not a 1 or? Oh,
It's
fucking
high.
hell.
So you need a 71 or higher in order to notice.
I just rolled a 14.
Okay, so 14. No.
No, what? Perception, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the bodies are in the stables and you can't see them. You do smell what smells like burning horse flesh,
So venison.
but you're not sure what kind of
not
horses or
venison,
if they're even horses.
I'm out of it.
That's a deer.
Yeah, I know. That took me a minute.
So Dax basically says Samuel was in this room, something attacked him, and he basically torched the whole frickin' room while I was in it. He didn't know I was there, is basically what he says to you. He says, I'm not sure what Samuel is after. He's in his angelic form.
Right. I know that. I was the one who knew that he still survived.
Was Dax there when the city blew up?
Thought he couldn't return to his angelic form.
No. Dax arrived shortly before you guys got there. What's that?
Right.
I thought he couldn't return to his angelic form. He was stuck as the Devastator.
The Devastators and Smithereens.
His soul. Literally, Samuel is walking around as his soul right now.
Okay.
Dax says, you can go in there, but there's something else in there. Just warning you. It's basically what he says to you in your head.
Alright, well I can track energy things now because of this area. You said that I gained that perk when I got here.
Yeah. So, you want to attempt to do that again?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it'll be a magical attack, and it will be really high.
I needed 12. No, yeah, 12. Or more. Wait, 68?
No, 60.
6. Okay. What'd I get?
4.
Are you fucking kidding? Can I get a reroll?
Dax will give you your reroll.
How could Dax give us?
He can't! Dang it!
Oh, fuck,
That's
I'm
right.
using another
He has
damn
no
action
psionics. So Dax is literally just
Yeah.
a salamander
If you
man.
really want it back, I touched it.
I don't give a fuck right now.
Even his ability to do nasal burn is gone. So if you guys catch a disease, he can't take it away.
Alright, I'm turning this
Or
to
if
a
you
20.
get poisoned, he can't.
I'm using action point and I'm turning the one to a 20.
Okay.
Confirm.
Confirm it.
2.
Ooh, you're good. All right. So you get a card. So
I'm starting to not like these dice.
as you look in the room, you see basically Samuel's footprints from his soul, basically walking or floating through the room. You basically see these prints from him basically walking through to the other side. There's a doorway on the other side. The door is basically also wood, and it has the ornate iron carvings and stuff on it. And you basically looking at it, it's charred, but the door itself is still intact.
So Samuel's still in the room? Or was he grabbed by the monster?
The footprints lead to the door, and then they're gone. Also, what you notice is that his footprints are kind of sporadic. Like, you see it go halfway into the room, stop, go to the door, and then it's like he jumps back to the middle of the room from the door, and you just see footprints everywhere, like he was fighting something.
Well, I was also wanting to see if I could see the energy of the monster or creature, if it's either it was in there or if it is in there. And given how I rolled a 20, I figured I could be able to see all that.
How would you see this?
Well, remember what I did
From what you can see is that there wasn't a monster here. What you do notice is that there's like these rings on the floor. Just, it's like almost like a hole. Like everywhere he stepped, it's like something came out of the floor and attacked him. And then something came out of the floor and attacked him.
So it's a trap. Alright. So I should tell the rest of the group that this place has trapped floors?
That would probably be a good idea.
Alright, well that's what I do.
Or do you want to check it first?
Well, I just did all 3 of my moves.
Yeah, that's it.
And I just used a fucking action point, so...
So that's all you can do.
Yep.
Okay,
I
so
put enough natural
Shannon,
talent in it.
Hi.
it is your turn.
Can I see into this room?
Yeah, you can basically look in.
It's still currently on fire, correct?
No, he put out the fire last time.
Oh, okay.
With a
It's
spell.
basically just the whole room is charred. The room, like I said, looks like a stable. It basically got, stalls and you see what looks like bits of armor burnt and laying on the ground, but the armor is that made for horses.
Okay.
And from what it looks like to you, well, why don't you roll either a perception check or insight check, whatever would you like to do.
It's a nat 20 and an insight check.
Okay. Okay. So, here's your card. Pass that down to her, thank you. The armor, from your knowledge of being a druid, and from the smell of burnt horse flesh, and from some of the different things in the room, and the access that they basically have a hole in the ceiling, and there's no stairs, there's no ladder, no nothing. There's just a hole in the ceiling for this, whatever's in
So it's
here.
like the dead animals.
So the dead animals, the dead horses that are in here are Pegasuses.
Oh.
So all the horses in here, how many were there? There were 6 Pegasuses in here.
You keep rolling 6
And
every
they all
fucking time.
they all died from when Samuel basically torched the room. So they were basically just chilling out in here in their stables, and he torched them.
Is there a way to resurrect them?
Nope.
No. Oh yeah, through a deity. That's the only possible way.
Okay. You've just opened a new door.
Yes.
I'm
Good point. Thank you, Chris.
going to ask Paylor to resurrect the 4 creatures that died.
Okay, so then it would be either diplomacy or interaction, whatever's higher for you.
By the way, forewarning, Baylor's starting to like me.
It's a 50 on an interaction.
Okay, see how hard it is. It is... What level are you?
29.
Oh, what'd you get?
50.
You needed a 49. You're good. That was close. Diane fly over, and then she swoops down, and then just kind of hovers above the hole because she doesn't want to land because it might just cave the whole thing in on you guys. So
Wait,
she
can
basically,
see
you see her basically just open her mouth, and it's a blinding light, and you're drow. So, roll a reflex save to close your eyes. You need... It's high. You need a 66 or higher.
Nope.
Okay.
Action point.
Be a good idea, because you're going to be blinded for a certain many rounds.
Nope, I'm going to be blind anyway.
Okay. So you're like, oh! As this searing light just hits you in the face and your eyes, you are literally holding your eyes as it's literally just burning your skull right now. Like you're like in so much pain. You are blind for 2 rounds.
Okay.
You're not in the room. You're so lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, but technically I'm not in the room either. I could be in the doorway.
You're in the doorway though.
Yeah, but so is he because he was looking into the room.
You basically stepped in front of him.
Okay.
So you're literally, all he sees is your silhouette, and then there's, as you're like asking Paylor, and he's like, oh God, I'm glad I'm not standing there. He's like, but wait a minute. Would Paylor hurt me? But it's not Paylor. We'll see.
But
Basically,
Paylor likes me now because I prayed to him
Right.
in order to bring you back.
Paylor, for everybody's reference, Paylor basically defeated Imix with the group's help. And then he also defeated Imix's son through the group's help. So now Pelor has become the god of fire. Period. Everything that deals with fire, good or bad, now deals with Pelor. So Pelor now is in control of
So it would make sense.
phoenixes on one side and devils
Like me.
on the other side.
So it would make sense that
He
he's
is true
intervening
neutral, though.
here because the poor Pegasi were killed by fire.
So, you just see this light coming, and then you don't see anything after that.
Which is where I slap John's character and go, "Did it work?"
You hear what sounds like horses getting up. They basically get up, and I'm not gonna look for flapping wings, but they start getting up, flapping their wings. All 6 of them.
The 6 of them like to be their mounts. Just checking. I have a
So they start mounting each other.
no. I have a hippogriff.
Sorry.
I don't need a mount.
Okay.
I'm trying to help the 6 of you out.
Which brings me to
I'm
another question.
a
How
spider
do
construct.
Pegasuses do it? I guess their wings can fold down. Like, I don't know. I just picture like,
Well, you
get
gotta
off my
think-
wings. No.
You
I don't
gotta
know.
think though, he's not like climbing on top of them.
Yeah, no.
Sort
The
of.
male's not. No, the male's not standing on them. The wings are like
So they don't
the shoulder,
do, they don't
at
do
the
it like
front
a deer?
shoulder blades.
I don't know. Maybe. Gonna do it like sideways? I don't know.
I've seen these.
It's doggy style, but
yeah, but
it's a lot of styles. I don't know why.
anyway, off topic. Off topic. Sorry.
As we're talking about coitus.
How did we get here?
How did we get here? Okay,
dude,
so Shannon. All right, so
That
you're
you-
blind.
That you would the 6 of them like to be their mount? I mean,
You can do one more thing. Are you going in the room or staying where you are?
I'm going to go into the room cautiously.
So you enter the room. How far into the room do you want to go?
Like inside the doorway.
Okay.
I'd like them to remember that I resurrected them.
Where are you?
Over there.
Oh.
The gargoyle.
So you hop up front, basically.
17 and
So
gargoyle.
you go in about here.
No, gargoyle, not the spider.
No, that's me.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
That's what I am right now.
So
Like
put
the
her- yeah,
gargoyle,
gargoyle.
not the spider.
All right.
About this
So
That's Chris.
as you enter the room, they basically come up. You hear them basically approaching you, and are you doing anything, or are you just going to let them come up to you? The Pegasus.
They can come up to me on their
Okay, so-
terms.
You hear them gallop up, and then you just feel a tongue just go across the side of your face,
One hell of a coward.
and you're like,
Oh, she's blind too, so she didn't
yeah, she
see
doesn't
it coming.
know. She doesn't even see it coming. You just get a tongue on this side and a tongue on this side. You're like, damn it.
I'm on a shoulder.
And they're-
Would the 6 of you like to join us?
They basically,
As I'm sitting there at the doorway, you can have your fun.
you hear what sounds like a very, well, you're a druid, so you would be able to understand them whether they're intelligent or not. But you hear, we'll say they're intelligent, but they have their own language. So they start speaking their own horse language, and you start speaking it back. So everybody else is like, who else? Oh, you. Yeah.
I got animals.
Yeah. A couple of other people can understand, but to the rest of the group, besides Robert and Bobby Joe, you sound like you're losing your mind because you.
Robert's back there going, I'm not telling what she says.
And so you start talking, and basically it's the leader of the group, the alpha or whatever, and he basically thanks you and says that they cannot leave.
Why?
They can't fly.
What?
The wings are broken.
Their wings aren't broken, but they're in the stables, stuck here because of how far in they are in the Outlands. And they basically say to you that the only reason they're able to get out of the stables is because the person who owned this city was a god that comes here on vacation once in a while.
So walk for a while. We don't plan on sticking around here. You can still come with us.
So how are you getting them up and out? Are you going to have them build a ramp? Or
How
what?
did we get down here?
You entered through basically a tunnel
Too small.
with a doorway. And literally, they would have to fit through the doorway, go up the tunnel, shrink. Oh, that brings me to the next point. You're not sure exactly if these things already shrunk or not. They might be a lot bigger than what they are.
Hey,
Oh my.
we have a treant.
So,
I'm hoping they're a lot bigger than they appear.
so
I'm only medium sized, just
Currently.
could they fit through the doorway?
That's a good question.
Yes. So, they can gallop out of here. Do you want them to leave or what?
That's up to them. Do they want to stay? Do they want to leave?
They want to leave.
Good then.
They haven't flown in a while and they've just gotten back from the dead, so they're like, let's go.
I can.
It's up to her.
Go ahead.
Why don't you have one up there with Diana? Then we can take one in her ship somewhere when we get it back.
Can Diane fly? Is she capable of flying?
Diane can fly because she's a demigod.
Oh,
Or
that's
not, well, she's a lower level god, basically.
So yeah, I'm gonna recommend that they go wait with Diane,
Okay. So, they start galloping out.
and then they're welcome to come with us if they want. They're alive now. But they're alive. I'd like to point that out.
They're alive, yes. Interaction or diplomacy, whatever's higher for you. You need... It's low. You're good. Probably.
46.
46?
I needed a 47, didn't I?
Yeah. Sorry. So they're like, we'll think about it. So they go wait with Diane.
Okay.
Alright. Chris, your turn.
I heard something about a trapped floor.
Yes.
Apparently not in the doorway because I'm in the doorway.
He mentioned that it looks like there's some kind of trap that's in the room. And he says that apparently Samuel activated the trap. At least somewhere between halfway in the room to the doorway.
Look and see if I can find it.
Okay. You can do thievery or disable, whatever's higher for you.
We have no disabled.
It would be craft
Oh,
or
crap.
disable. Well,
20.
awesome. Pass that down to him. Yeah, roll. Everybody has a card so far,
I don't.
aren't we? Like the people that win.
Mhm.
Okay, so as you enter the room, you're looking around, and you notice that there is some kind of effect on the door itself. And considering that it's spells of 4th and higher are either negated or impeded, you can tell that there is a high level spell on this door, which means it was probably put there by a god. So that's what you've noticed. You don't have treasures smell, so you can't smell what the value of something. It's usually how it works, right? You can't do that. But we'll say that you can definitely tell there's some kind of magical thing there. If Willie had true sight, he could just be like, hey, this is what it is. But he doesn't. There's some kind of spell on the door. Some kind of magical trap. That's all you can tell. And it's powerful. That's all you're able to see. So what do you do? So you establish that the trap isn't in the room itself, it's on the door itself.
Guess I'll try again. Does there seem like there's any way to disable it?
Did you roll a nat 20 on the disable itself, right? So we'll say that if you what level is dispel? or Greater Dispel? Is Greater Dispel level
Greater Dispel is going to be higher than 4.
Yeah. You would need at least Greater Dispel. If it's a level 6 spell, you can cast it, but it'll be impeded. And you might have to have help from these guys to pump you up. So, you can cast it, it'll be impeded, which means it'll do half of what it would normally do. So it's like you're casting Dispel instead of Greater Dispel. So, if everybody pumps magic into you, then it would be basically Greater Dispel. So, who wants to pump magic into him? Only 3 people can do it.
What do I roll for that?
You just give them whatever your mod is in points.
So the highest magic mods.
Yeah, your magic mods. Whatever your magic is.
24.
15.
21.
Okay, total.
What'd you say?
21.
So that's 45 right there. And 15 you said?
60.
60.
Okay, so it is going to be God status. You need 86 or higher. Plus whatever your mod is. What's your mod?
At least a 15.
So he's already got 75.
So you need basically 11 or higher on the dice?
6 or higher on the dice.
I got 15, so.
Oh, okay. So you're good? Oh, you rolled. All right. So, this spell goes off the door. Is it booby trapped against Dispel? It is. So, as it dispels, one last thing happens. Everybody needs to do a reflex save.
I'm not
So-
even in the room.
As you take the spell off the door, it basically sets off some kind of chain reaction in the room. You see what looks like ethereal tentacles
Rolling a what save?
come out, a reflex save. You see what looks like ethereal tentacles literally just come out of the floor and start trying to whip you guys.
Okay, so what do we need?
It's lower. You need a 56 or higher
Got it.
on reflex.
20 do it?
You got a 20 again?
Yes.
Awesome. Everybody wins their room.
But Karen gets a card.
Yes. Because you got a number.
'Cause
Did
Chris
you roll
already
your
has one.
D8 already?
I got
6.
a card.
Spell.
Chris.
So D4 percentile.
Yep.
Let's see what happens.
2, 107.
So it's arcane 107.
Yeah.
So we'll say it's 7th level. Roll your percentile.
49.
So phase door. And it connects to a different part of the sewers. Are you leaving the group or are you sticking with the group? Because the door is going to be only open for this few minutes. So you walk through.
Yep.
As you walk through, the door closes. Okay.
So take him off the map.
Let's see, where's he at? Why don't you just put him over in this building over here for now?
Well, this will be fun when I come back around.
Okay. I think, is that the rest of your turn?
It's your decision.
You get basically a movement and an action, basically, and a check. Those 3. So have you done all 3? I believe so.
Can I at least be told what I see?
As you walk in, you see basically what looks like an alchemist lab. It looks like there's a few things prepared already. It looks like whoever was working on this stuff wanted to do it in secret, because this is a room that's hidden from the rest of the sewers or the rest of the catacomb. Okay. All right. Karen, what does your elf assassin want to do? You see him disable this trap, and you're like, "Wow, good job." Yeah. See you.
Is that there?
Good wagon.
I'm gonna go ahead and check for further traps. Just
Okay.
to make sure. 12 on the dice.
So for reference, just before we continue, did either one of you fail it? The reflex save? Okay. What did you do? An insight
Just
check?
checking for further traps.
What did you get on the dice?
On the dice itself, 12.
12. Okay. As you basically pat him on the back, you realize that the trap that we disabled and that was booby trapped and got accidentally set off was basically these ethereal tentacles. You can tell that you've seen this trap before in your experiences. It's a very powerful trap. The spell that was on the tentacles, you kind of think about it and like, okay, in the past there was this trap and it had flesh to stone. So if one of these tentacles would have hit one of these two, they would have went into stone. Literally, the tentacle just passes right through you and you get turned into stone. So you basically pat him on the back again and go, good job. That was something that I could have done, but good job.
Good job. Okay.
Thanks for taking the risk, basically, is what you're like, work I didn't have to do.
And what else
I'm done.
is there? Okay, I guess I'll do insight, see if there's anything else I see in. It's a room?
Yes,
I'm
it's
seeing
it's the stable area that you're in.
Okay, is there any other doorways out?
You have the hole in the ceiling, which is, you got to be careful. It's crumbling.
Okay.
So if something, that's why Diane didn't land. Even her flapping of her wings was kind of starting making stuff fall in. So the other doorway is the one that you guys just spelled. There's nothing else in the room other than the stables and.
I guess I'll just roll an insight to see if I see anything else of
Okay.
pertinent information.
Alright.
Whatever. 17 on the dice. So
What'd you get total?
would be 44. 44.
You don't notice anything else out of the ordinary.
Seriously, I got a 17 on the dice, and I don't notice anything.
It's well hidden.
Okay.
Do you want to use an action point?
I don't know. Do I want to use an action point? Is that's not something the DM usually asks at this point.
That's because usually Dax can give us a reroll.
I rolled a 17. All right, we're gonna do this in true sense of it. Do I want to use a high or low? Do I want to use the action point?
Okay. Go ahead.
Somebody call it for me.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm gonna use one. Nope, apparently I do not. Oh wait, no, 0's 100, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No, double
Zero
zero's
is
100.
Nope.
Oh,
Zero.
no,
So as you're walking through, you notice this armor that's basically made for one of the Pegasus, and it's just sitting there. And as you kind of walk by it, because of your thievery skills, you kind of catch this glint off of it, and you're like, "That's enchanted," but I don't know with. So you look at Willie and say, I know you can't see what it is right now, but you might want to take this. Because if you don't, I am.
I can't carry it. Will you carry this for me, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Please
Stick
carry
this in
this
your
as I'm like
backpack.
2 foot tall.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an
So
extra backpack.
you grab this kind of, it's like armor that goes around the neck and the front part of the horse. So you grab this and stuff it in the bag.
Yeah, my backpack, I can't stuff it in the gems. We're gone. They're not working.
Right. So you can carry it. So, you moved. You did an insight check. That was your action.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty much it because I did the trap then. So
Okay.
I'm gonna check the trap.
So your first part of action is grabbing it, stuffing it in there. So you can do movement and an action or check, whatever one you want.
So you said there's a door on here somewhere?
It at the other end. So right over here, basically, towards the end.
I'm not leaving the group.
As the spell gets taken off the door. The door itself just opens. But it does set off the booby trap that she could have disabled if he would have just waited for her. But he decided to try doing something. But he got a 20, so that was cool.
I'll keep my action for if anything else happens.
Okay, so you're going to hold your action?
Yeah.
Robert.
I'm gonna walk through the room and just kind of investigate. Not touching anything though. Not touching a wall. Not touching tables.
Okay.
Definitely not throwing stuff at the ceiling.
So you are a medium-sized tree
What about the floor?
walking through.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm not touching.
Not touching anything.
I don't want to
Except
touch
the gravel on the floor.
Just
So
the, just
So
the ground.
reflex save. To not touch anything. You need. Oh boy.
I didn't want to touch anything.
61 or higher.
A what?
61 and higher.
What level are you? I'm just joking with you.
25.
Okay. It's still not good. You need. Oh, it's better.
I've only got a 59.
You're good. You needed a 55. That
Okay.
was a little-
But did I find anything? Just kind of looking around.
Luckily, you don't bump into anything and break everything and have the roof cave in on you.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm like, I'm not touching anything though.
You noticed that these Pegasuses were very well taken care of. As a druid, you're kind of impressed with the stables. Like, they took time to make the stables look and feel like a Pegasus nest. If that makes any sense.
But didn't you say that it was a god that owned them?
Yes. Insight check.
Ouch.
It would be an insight check. You need a 60 or higher to figure out what god it is.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. No, wait.
Insight.
That doesn't even make sense. It can't be 21 because I'm at level 25. So I add my level to that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your insight, yeah.
Hmm, 20, 46. So I'm at like 51.
And what did I say you needed? 60?
Yeah, so I didn't get it.
You're within 10. So I'll say you get basic knowledge. You're assuming it's a god of nature, one of them.
I am Open High worshiper, so
That's why I'm telling you it's general knowledge for you.
yeah, okay.
So you kind of get the hint, you're like, this is probably one of Obud High's chill pads. We are live. Okay, so it's Bobby Joe's turn. It is momentum time. I will have you roll a d8.
2.
Oh, save from any condition. So, well, it's heal, save, or restore. So roll a d4. It's the pointy one. Yep.
1.
So it is a condition. So, what is happening right now?
I'm small.
You are.
Small. We all
So, you go back to normal size.
No, she would.
Cool.
grow. Everyone
Just
with group and
Just
women.
her.
What has happens? I'm going to remove her from my backpack and set her on the floor.
Reflex save.
Boom.
What?
Cat-like reflexes.
Cat like
You just jump out.
But I wanted to keep the 20.
You got another 20?
Well, it's 1, but yeah.
Okay. So,
Will.
Willie.
Oop, and a D8.
Oh, stranger danger.
No, I interfered. You can re-roll because I accidentally interfered smacking your hand.
Okay, you're the one.
Another 3.
No, it's 8.
8.
Oh.
Oh, okay,
You want
so
that
it's an
card?
act of God. Dun, dun, dun. Roll a d4. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna use smack her hand on that one.
So Bobby pops out of the sack.
I figured she would pop out and do like a front flip.
Ooh, it's an environmental thing. Okay, roll a
Mr. Dean?
d6.
I have this question for you real fast.
Hold on.
Okay. when you're ready.
See D6.
Yep, d6.
4.
Is it supposed to be...
Well, that is funny.
Whose turn?
You know how it's your turn. You know how messed up this is. The trap in the hallway.
Yep.
Is flooding.
Oh, good.
What did you just roll? Tidal wave.
Oh, good.
Isn't that cool?
Sorry, guys.
So
So wait, what? There's a trap in the hallway?
yes,
We didn't know that.
you do now. Because all of a sudden it starts to get flooded. Because apparently a tidal wave went over the whole city. Just her.
Could I try to disarm the trap?
Not because of what she just did.
Sorry.
What she just did made it an environmental thing. So
So
now
maybe
it's
you kind
now
of
it is no
put it-
longer a trap. Now it is something that literally happened in the environment,
Well, that sucks.
and
No,
it
we
became a trap
Oh,
now
you can't
because
imagine.
you're
Oh,
trapped.
trapped.
You're trapped in this hallway, and the whole thing's getting flooded.
Gotcha.
So,
So much for wishful thinking.
here we go. Okay, so you just see this water as you're looking at the room behind you that has a hole in the ceiling. The water just floods the room and starts flooding the hallway. What are you doing? Actually, reflex save to not get flushed into the door on the other end of the hallway.
4, it didn't work. Can I get a reroll?
Dex gives you a reroll.
Never mind, I'll get myself.
You can't.
Should be pretty good.
Oh, he can't! Dang it!
Uh
I keep forgetting that. I'm so used to doing it for you guys.
oh. Yeah.
Okay, so you can use an action point if you want, Bobby.
Yeah, I used an extra point. I got 12 of them.
So go ahead.
10 plus my reflex, which is
You needed?
43.
That's gonna be high. What level are you?
I am 27.
And you got total what?
I got 10 plus 43, I think.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
good enough?
You needed a 60 something. So you get pushed all the way down the hallway and slam into the door.
Reflex dodge.
That's what. Yeah, you just had your roll.
Huh.
Okay, so
I can quicken swim mass at a 4th level.
do you want him to do that?
Do what?
Swim mass basically gives swimming. I have to look it up some more.
What level
You
spell?
can't really
It's a
swim
fourth.
through a tidal wave.
What's that?
You can't really swim through a tidal wave.
No, that's why there's a reflex save. But
It would lessen the reflex save at least.
it would
right?
lessen the reflex save, yes.
That's what I was thinking.
She might get it. Well,
Yeah,
probably
probably.
not, because it'll only lessen it so much.
Okay, so seven plus
What level is it?
64. It's a level 4 spell.
64.
Yeah, 7 plus is 64.
Okay.
So
And you're level what? 25.
71. Yeah, I'm 25.
Oh God. You turn it into a 9th level spell accidentally. So all that excess energy starts to ball up again. Put that over there next to Robert, would you? Right there, yeah. Poof. You see this ball of energy. It goes off. You guys are starting to swim, but you see this ball of energy starting to swirl.
Get away!
Bobby Joe's. But he has a question. Do you want him to ask it?
Yeah, go ahead.
One type of energy, that spell whenever going off, it's 9th level. Only 6th level spells can go.
It goes off as a 4th or 6th level spell. The excess energy gets sucked into a vortex. And anytime somebody casts a spell, the vortex gets bigger. 2 more times of somebody casting a spell, and this baby's going to explode. So, just keep that in mind. So, you see this thing go, start to spin in front of him. As it happens, it lessens the reflex. What did you have originally? 40 what?
I had 10 plus 43.
53.
53. You're in luck. It allows you, what he just did, to stop from impacting the door, which is good because you don't want to hit the door.
Yeah, 53.
Okay, so you stop just short of the door. What are you doing?
Where's the water coming in from?
From the outside. It's flooding the room and flooding.
But if I close the hole in the roof, will it stop it from flooding?
No, it's already flooded.
Already flooded?
You guys are starting to suffocate already.
I got breathe water zone.
You got breathe water as an ability normally.
Oh shit. Yeah, we don't got that here.
So, do you want to cast a low-level control water spell?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing with the water? Trying to push it back out?
Yeah, push it back out.
Okay.
And make like...
Are you going to push it back out and then close the door to the hallway? The other end of the hallway that you came from? Okay.
Isn't it create slash?
Destroy.
Yeah, it's only like
What'd you get?
10 gallons.
You got a 2! Oh!
And it
That sucks.
It's almost
Somebody help
Well,
me.
hey, it might be good. What is your magic modifier?
My magic
Or I mean your
modifier-
magic attack.
My magic attack is 45.
Plus 2?
Plus 2, yes.
47. Let's see what level it is.
Spell.
It's like a little-
If
What
you
level are you?
overpower it.
I'm
so if you go to
27.
level 9, it won't even go off as a level 9.
But I
That's
still
gonna be
gotta up
90
my
gallons.
stats.
This is why it's good to roll low. You got a 47.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent to a 4th level spell.
Oh, awesome.
So, you don't add magic to the swirling vortex of death.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
Yay!
so you end up pushing the water out of the hallway and closing the door.
Aw.
What are you doing now? You can do a check, or you can...
I'm going to check on the other door.
Okay. How are you checking the other door?
Just looking at it in detail.
You're just looking at it. Okay. What'd you get?
Wait, I can see night vision, but I don't know.
Not normally. Not here now.
Right here?
5.
I got 5.
Okay. You notice that the door is shut. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. What?
With the spells level, like create water or create slash destroy water.
Okay.
Okay. That's 10 gallons per level.
Right.
Now, I'm level 29. Is it the spells level or our level?
Caster level. Yeah, he's right.
No, it's based on the spell level. I have the card here. So.
Yeah, but what they mean, what I use as spell level is also the caster level is how I use it. Because you got to remember, you're adding your magic mod in to the damage and stuff that you're doing.
Okay, that's what
Does that
I
make
thought.
sense?
Hold on, let me show you. I grabbed the wrong
So then,
box.
could I quicken that to get rid of 300 gallons of water?
What level? How level spell is it?
It's a cantrip as far as I know.
Oh, okay. To destroy water. Okay. You could probably empty the next room if you want. Basically.
Would this room then empty into that room?
It's first level.
Is
And
it?
it's...
You would
Basically, I'm trying
basically.
to
All right. A tidal wave came over and filled the room.
Right.
There's no more water coming, so
Okay.
you could empty the room that you guys just came from, and no more water would. I mean, some would trickle in, but it wouldn't be enough. 1 second. Add 10 gallons of water. Each slot level above the first.
So it has to be cast as a higher level spell.
Right.
That's how I'm saying that. And
Right, but what he's saying is the way that he does the level of the spell is different than the way that the card does it.
oh, okay.
But you would still have to roll for it. And if you roll high, you're going to add magic to the death trap that's just happened.
It's an 8.
Death trap.
Is that for next to do?
What'd you get total?
The 68.
68?
78, I'm sorry.
78? What level are you?
29.
You did add more magic to it.
Of course I did.
So, you managed to destroy the water, but whoosh, you also see this ball of energy start to grow in size.
Can I point out that we're no longer drowning?
Well, she did push the water out of the hallway, but it was still flooding in under the door. So you did do a good thing there.
It was
So.
explode instead.
Now there's no longer any water
That's a
worry.
little less
Okay.
So,
painful and dry.
I won't try that. That's why I'm like, uh-oh.
The door itself, you have no idea what's going on with the door.
I look at who's the rogue.
Karen.
I look at Karen.
Karen and him. So it's his turn next. Well, actually, it's my turn next. But then it's his turn. So you could have him
You're a
check it out.
rogue?
Yeah. I say, hey John, check out the door.
Okay. Do a insight check.
Well, I also have survival. Would that boost anything?
Yes.
Naked says no. Me and Robbie will be twins.
Which, now that I think about it, I haven't boosted any of my things ever since I've been leveling up.
Oh, there's no more.
Would they be boosted?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I even have like religious and planar knowledge as well as I know forbidden and religious lore. I haven't been using those, but
Just add right now. How many levels in rogue do you have?
I've been thinking about putting the XS2 on Arcanist because I'm at level 22 and I think it caps at 20. But I'm a rogue level 5.
I would say you have right now maybe a +5. So whatever you roll, add a 5 to it.
Alright. You said insight or perception?
Insight.
So you started with an Arcanist?
Fucking hell.
You got a 3.
I was trying to figure out
Well,
how we
it
only had
slid.
five
It didn't roll. It slid. Am I
So-
allowed to re-roll that one just because, or no? Because it seriously like slid across the thing. I'm
Well,
like,
it's gonna slide across it. It's a map.
Look at you carry now.
here, I want to try a roller.
So you're lucky it's your turn. So,
What did I need anyhow?
you can reroll. Go ahead.
Alright.
I'll let you reroll.
I want to do it on an actual roller. That's a lot better. So
Alright. So,
7, and you said +5, so that right there's a 12. And I had to do it with insight, so 12 plus that would equal 67. No. 57.
you're good.
Okay.
Barely. The door is trapped. You're not sure what kind of trap. You just know it's trapped. Do you want her
Or Chris.
to examine the door? Do you want to examine the doorway with an action point?
Yeah, you can.
I was gonna say or Chris. Oh, you can't?
You made her just roll my one.
Oh, that's right. You're not.
I will say it is for you 10 or higher on the dice, and you'll figure out what kind of trap it is.
Can I see yet?
What'd you get?
I'm 10 or higher.
No, it's going on.
How'd you know I got a 3? That's a little creepy.
Oh, what card do you have?
Oh, goodness,
Eye
I'm not
opener. Your
sure.
enemy can do nothing but keep an eye on you. Advantage.
Does anybody have a card that she can exchange with to give her another turn or
a success.
advantage?
You have one.
She
Chris has a card. He has
Take an extra turn immediately after this one.
switch cards with him and then give me. Actually, just give me his card and give him that. There you go. Okay.
Roll again.
So roll again.
12. Okay.
Okay. You are sweating bricks right now because the trap that was on the door, if she would have hit the door, it turns whatever touches the door into acid.
Oh, lovely.
So the whole hallway, instead of filled with water,
Oh.
would have been filled with acid if she hit it.
I can't fix that.
That would have been bad, guys.
So you're like,
Nobody touch anything.
as you look at her, you're like, thank you for not hitting the door. Thank you for casting the spell. Is that close to being Soup Kitty?
Don't you mean kitty soup?
Kitty Soup.
Is that a joke?
Oh.
No, the only question I'd ask is, where's the nearest Asian?
Armor's down.
Okay, no.
Alright.
It's a 2.
Wait, who gets smacked? Me or him?
Whoever made the joke.
Karen made the joke.
Well, he said kitty soup. I just asked where the Asian was.
No, Dax would have made the joke. Dax would have made the joke. So, Kitty Soup,
Did we decide melee or ranged?
low, you hit him, right? Did you roll high or low on that?
She rolled a 2 on the first.
On the first one, yes. And then what did you roll on this?
This is an 11.
So, You're gonna cast a spell on him.
So magic?
Yep.
It's an 81.
Probably not as well set by the windows and the doors.
Not good.
I know.
Let's find out what happens.
That's why I was hoping it was melee or ranged.
So, higher when you roll the second time, if you get higher than 10, you cast a spell. If you get lower than 10, you hit him. Okay?
What if I get 10?
I'll do it.
10 or lower attack, melee. 11 or higher. Does that make sense? Okay. Which sucks because you just boosted the sphere of death again.
That's what I figured.
So it's going off. But
Hey, blame
at the
that.
same time, you casted a spell. So, percentiles.
Okay. 24.
Okay. Here's the question, group. You ready?
I'm
No.
ready for questions.
Okay. This ball of energy explodes. At the same time, she opens dimension door.
Shit, wait a minute, who's she?
She
Oh.
accidentally opens dimension door and is about to shove Dax through it when this ball of energy explodes behind you guys.
I feel like we're all going through it.
We're a
No,
ship.
no. The question is,
Plane do we go to?
who here can cast teleportation as a low spell? Is it Dax and Chris?
Chris?
Not here.
Dax is the only one that can do it then.
I don't think so.
I can't use an action point because somebody already used an action point.
I did too.
Sorry. No, it's on each turn you can use an action point.
Wait, it's my turn still.
No.
Yeah?
It's
It is-
Bobby's
it's-
turn.
It's my turn.
Oh!
So, yes, Dax can do it. It's his turn. Never mind. Okay.
What the
I'm
fuck?
thinking to myself, like, why am I asking? Never mind. Okay, so this is what happens. The spell that's going off right now behind you guys is temporal stasis.
Isn't that a good thing, sort of?
No. You'd be trapped here forever.
Oh.
Yeah. Forever.
You guys would be trapped here forever.
So,
Yeah, we don't know
Dax,
where he is.
Dax.
Actually, no, wait, we might not be. Because Chris might find us and save us.
You
Doubtful.
Spartan kick Dax towards the door.
Get the fuck in there!
Stop kicking people into the pit of death! So you Spartan kick him towards the door. As he's flying backwards, he sees the explosion go off. And he goes, oh shit. And he goes, guess what? You're all coming with me. So,
Are we going to find Chris?
no, we just went somewhere else.
Entirely?
Entirely.
So, Chris, you're on your own.
So Chris is stuck by himself.
Yes.
Shit happened.
Why does that happen all the time?
Dimension door to a random place.
Ship's full of
Awesome.
enemies.
What?
Ship's full of enemies.
We just fall on the ship to switch places with the strip. That'd be
Yeah,
hilarious.
the ship's full
I'd
of
like to
enemies.
point out
though.
this
I know.
is not my fault.
It's your fault.
No, really, technically it was Dax's
It's your
fault.
flaw. It happens. All right. Roll your percent. Let's see where we're going. Actually, yeah.
83.
And I just
Okay.
want to point out,
Ironically, that's the same plane you're in.
No. What?
If you go to another plane,
Oh God. It is. It is the same plane. So, guess what? We dimension door outside.
Are you fucking kidding?
Are you telling me that there's Diane and Pegasus is waiting for us?
Yes.
Pegasi? I'm sorry.
only reason I know that is because I wanted Willie to roll.
I know we can't do anything.
And now-
anything.
You take damage again from the radiation.
I almost died
Where are
last
we?
time from
That's
this.
the door. Are we a dimensional door on top of our
On top of what?
ship?
No.
We
Outside.
haven't found our ship yet.
It's
above.
floating actually above the city.
Well, the ruins of the city.
The ruins
Well,
of
why doesn't Diane fly us up there?
Because if she attempts to go towards the ship, she knows that she will be attacked by the ship.
You know,
It's a good question.
We got 99 problems, but
Ship ain't one.
why does the ship gotta be little?
You smack Dax
Oh my
again.
God.
Just
Anyway.
Well,
So,
good news, guys. They can't fly. And the good news is Pegasi, maybe they'll take us.
So,
Nope, you can't do it.
As I'm a spider, they would just look at me like, no.
so
Well, everybody but Robert, because they probably wouldn't.
Yeah, full size.
Well,
Good ones.
oh my god, that means I'm a fucking, oh.
yeah.
So ponder me this, Dax.
Yep.
Are they the same size as when we met them, or are they bigger?
Well, we just grew again.
You're
So,
right.
Yeah, but the Pegasi might have been their normal size. Because I was my normal size.
they grew.
They were, what,
Medium.
large sized?
I think you said a medium.
Now
large.
they are 2 levels higher than that. So huge to gargantuan? Or
I think
is
so.
What was my guy?
You're
No,
still-
huge to. Let me
it is
look.
gargantuan, I think.
Colossal.
Colossal and then gargantuan?
Yeah.
Colossal.
I think-
You still can't ride them.
I know. I still can't ride them. I can't ride anything smaller than myself, and there's nothing bigger than me. So
So let's say this is up top. These are the inhabitants of the city that got mutated when the bomb went off. The
Okay.
ones that survived the bomb, anyways.
Okay.
So remember when I said hills have eyes?
Yep.
Yep.
But Chris isn't here anymore. Chris is nowhere near us.
Right.
Chris is like, where did you guys go?
Now I have to figure out what exactly is their mutations. So where's my book at?
Are they gonna attack
Why
us?
the fuck don't we mutate?
Because we weren't here when the bomb.
We are gonna mutate, aren't we?
Shut up.
No, he gave me a look. When he gets that look, apparently something.
What?
John, you remember how we said we don't want to give the DM any ideas?
You know what? One of these ideas might actually help
I need
us.
a D12.
Because last I checked, we can't do no fucking damn thing with magic. All right.
Okay. So all these guys are deaf. Can't hear a freaking thing. That's their downside. Their upside. What mutation did they get that helps them? 7. Oh,
A laugh is like echo or
1,
something.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh god, they're like the ghouls off of Fallout. They are feral.
Do they also have the radioactive thing, like the glowing one?
Yeah, feral.
Fuck.
Feral, feral.
The closer you get to these guys, the more exposed to radiation you get.
Have you ever played Fallout?
Once or twice.
The ghouls on there, what happens is they run at you extremely quick. And at the same time, they not only bite, they claw, they batter. And at the same time,
Alright.
if they're just like the glowing ones, then the closer you get to them, the more radioactive damage
So.
you're taking. And given how this is arcane radioactive damage.
Dax can't do anything besides hide behind one of you guys.
Well, right now I'm still a
Dax
construct.
basically hides behind you.
Oh, good. It's not behind
He's
me.
hiding.
minute, am
He's
I
hiding behind you and Willie right now.
Am I
It's not behind me. That's
He
all I
basically
wanna
just
know.
draws his sword, which has no magical power to it anymore. It's just a freaking little rapier sword.
I just thought about, because who has the Sword of Dullness again?
I do.
The dullness effect goes away, right?
Yeah.
You can cut people.
Yay!
It goes from butter knife to a. Yeah, temporal stasis would have sucked. It's a good thing you were kicking him through the doorway at the same time. He's like, "Come with me, guys. You're all gonna get forever." Yeah, that would have sucked. You don't age in temporal stasis.
Am I still
You are literally
tall?
imprisoned for all of eternity
So
Am I
until somebody frees you.
My normal height again now that we're out of that area?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's normal. Dax
Well,
just
I'd say normal.
hops behind one of you guys, draws his sword, and goes,
why don't you just jump on one of my legs?
"Crap."
Because right now I'm what again? I'm colossal.
It is their turn.
Wait, are they attacking?
Yeah, they're
I'm
feral,
inside a huge construct.
which means they are rabid dogs, basically.
Feral and gay.
So, this one climbs the wall or the ruins of the wall
Sexuality.
and takes a leap at Bobby Joe.
Shit.
Okay, Bobby, you rolled a reflex save. What'd you get?
17. And my reflex is a 43. Yeah, 43.
Okay, how hard is it? Oh shit. Yeah. You just kind of hear this as he slams into you. As like the sound of a Geiger counter. It's literally like popping in your ears. It's literally there's so much radiation, you don't even need like a counter to hear it. It's literally the sound is coming off of
Okay,
him.
then my cannon goes like this. When he hits me, I just my school and go. And spin. Spin out of the way of his fist.
I gotta roll to attack you.
Because you would take half damage.
What's your AC?
AC is 38.
Yeah, he hits you. Okay, this is what happens. What's your Constitution modifier?
You
My
stole my dice.
Constitution modifier is 6.
It's now a 2.
Well, when I fall down,
When he slams into you, you also take 245 damage as he smashes his face or your. Well, you succeeded your reflex save, so you take half of that. So you would take.
How much did you say?
Let's say you take about 100 damage, and your con mod only goes down by 2. So it goes from a 6 to a 4. You reach 0 con mod, you turn into one of these guys.
when I fall down, since I'm doing Drunken Master, that should help me a little bit. I triple.
Roll a will save to not take a swig.
And it starts.
10. Plus my will, right?
Yep.
That is 37.
Oh yeah. You take a chug.
And I triple.
So
And here we go. Let's go through the whole group again.
when you drink it, this warm sensation, and you feel like your
He's
body
not-
is
Never mind.
actually on like crack right now. That's basically what it feels like. You got so much energy and stamina that you're ready to kick this guy's butt. So it kind of gives you a boost, but at the same time, when you come down from this, it's not going to be pretty. You're going to be tired. So you're like, ah! or more, you know,
Like catnip.
yeah, basically. To her. So, when you attack somebody physically by punching them, you get to add a plus 10 to what you roll. On top of that, your strength mod is 8. It now becomes a 12.
Okay.
Okay?
So like,
But
Pussycat.
if you don't, when it wears off, you have to do fortitude save. If you fail to save,
okay.
okay?
Okay, so I'm gonna get up and punch him with the box that I have Airborne.
It's not your turn yet.
Oh, damn.
It's still
okay.
mine. So he
Okay.
just socks you in the face, gives you some radiation, takes some damage. Got it? So, this guy
Okay.
likes to climb and jump off of the wall too.
Okay.
How they taking care of this big tree? They stepped in the range of this big tree. The tree just go.
Okay. This guy swings, just basically climbs up the wall and literally just jumps off the wall, hands in the air like a barbarian, comes down, totally misses you. Smashes the rocks right next to you. Pieces of rock flies everywhere as you're like, woo! He totally just misses you. His aim was off, way off. So he
I
just.
spin around, fall, jump
bashes.
back. I spin around, fall, jump back up. Because
Alright, so.
that's what you do when you're Drunken Master.
The change, but I thought it
What's your AC, Shayna?
What?
86.
What now?
So,
There's 2 down.
this guy basically is standing on top of one of the ruined towers and just picks up a chunk of the rubble and just chucks it at you. Reflex save to get out of the way.
Yeah,
Robert's behind her, but
Technically, I wouldn't even get a reflex save anyways because I can't see it.
Oh shit, she's blind.
oh yeah, that's your. I forgot you're blind. Thanks for reminding me. Damn it.
I was gonna use one of the legs and swipe at it and slice it to where it just like goes right beside her on both sides.
But it's not in front of me. It's Oh, you mean the rock?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to deflect the rock.
Because I'm a spider thing, and at least these things are bladed, right?
The only thing that allow you to do is either take her place or use an action point.
Fuck.
Because it is still.
Well, I thought it would be combat reflex.
No. Combat reflexes allows you, if somebody runs past you, it allows you to attack that person.
That's
one additional attack every 3. Or
No,
every
at
5. So you'd be able to attack him 4 times.
Help with hearing?
You fail it because you can still hear it coming. As this big boulder is like... You're like, it squishes you.
I switched places with her.
It's a bad Wile E. Coyote episode.
Chris, I switched places with her.
Okay. Reflex save to catch the rock.
66. Route 66.
Exactly what you needed.
I thought we were
Seriously,
back
I'm
at
not
it.
joking. You needed a 66. I just looked at it. I'm like, so you're like, tink! You just kind of catch this thing, slide back a little bit. As you slide back a little bit. She's not paying attention.
I'm listening.
Okay. As you slide back a little bit, or as he slides back a little bit, reflex save to get out of the way as he's catching this rock and literally sliding. He's basically sliding back into Robert. It's a big it's a chunk of rock about the size of this table.
57?
Me and her switched places, so she'll be where I was, over by Dad.
How would you?
Oh, and Dex was behind me.
Willie.
So.
Did we agree on that? You switch, or you just step in front and take the damage?
I thought it was you
You
just
switch.
stepped in front.
You switch.
In this case, you'd have to step in front.
Yeah, because
Alright.
Reach over her.
because technically
Because in this place, we cannot magically switch places.
Thank you.
No, except
Okay.
for what you did, teleporting us all.
still a 57.
It was a low level spell.
Right. That's why I said accept.
Actually, Dax really couldn't do that because he has no longer his psionic abilities. So, how can I get around that?
It's still a,
Dax,
it's still a spell.
yeah, we'll say Dax made his first attempt at taking a step towards sorcery.
Actually, I was about to say,
So,
don't you have the...
Dax literally cast a spell. Not using psionics, he literally cast a spell. So that's his first success at being a sorcerer. So you take nothing. Because Willie catches it and slides back. What'd you get on the reflex save?
57.
Can I throw it back?
Ooh, God, that sucks. Okay, so he slides you back into Robert.
I have immunity to poison and
Yeah, but his thorns are like this big.
She didn't nail by both ways. I got.
So you're literally getting stuck between like a tree and a hard place right now. Not cool. Sucks.
stop it.
Sorry.
Both of you.
Anyways, okay, so
All 3 of you. Whatever.
so yeah, Willie. Yes, Willie. Yes. Stop it! I'm trying to talk. Oh my God. Okay. Yes, she's getting double teamed. Okay, we got that out of the way. All right. No more left. No, serious face. Serious face, Chris. Okay. You take. What's your life? How much?
1316.
Okay. You take 250
Okay.
from Willie smashing you. We'll just say you take another 250 from getting impaled on one of his
You get
thorns.
pounded by the Willie.
You got a Willie in the front and a thorn in the back. Climbs up on the tower. Climbs up on the tower. Climbs up on the tower.
How do they come up with the tower? There's no towers here.
Well, it's the rubble, basically.
Hey, Diana.
Chucking. Rocks.
They're just getting their rocks off.
Oh, that's.
You missed it.
You didn't.
Oh.
Oh, somebody cancel this one because it's all crits confirmed.
I'm
my
just
sorry.
so go away, so okay. I'm
What,
using
Chris?
some.
I need to say this.
No,
Yeah, I
Chris
didn't see
said to use his.
Okay. Because whoever that was going to hit was going to die. That sucks. So it would have been
Apparently, they're really good at getting their rocks.
Willie.
How would I die? No crits. Work on me. I check the damage I can do.
Why is that, Willie? Why do not crits not confirm?
Here you do.
Here you do. So he would have literally, this chunk of rock would have literally
Welcome to what the rest of us feel
flattened
like.
you. So, literally the guy basically pushed over the wall on you. So, no crit. You still take the damage though. So it's a normal crit. I didn't confirm it, so I mean I confirmed it as a normal crit instead of a double crit. So you take as the wall falls on you. 500 damage.
Dodge is a feat. I have it. So I can get reflex out of the way.
Reflex save. You succeed, you take half damage.
So only 250.
You need. Shit. It's high. 71 or higher.
That's exactly what I got.
Did you really?
71, yeah.
What'd you get on the dice?
13.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Exactly.
So lucky. Alright, so you take 250.
Okay.
Has anybody used an action point this turn?
On my turn?
Yeah.
Or on
someone
the guys' turn?
got
Guys'
this
turn.
turn. No.
Nobody has yet.
Can I?
After I'm done.
Might want to help them. Never mind.
Okay,
Well, I mean, it will, but.
next rock. Nope. Yep. So he chucked a rock at Willie. She's gonna chuck a rock at. That thing's a chick. Yep.
Thank you. I was just wondering. This
That's why I said hills have eyes, man. Hills have eyes.
Hey.
Uh,
It's not your guy.
she misses Robert. I don't know how she does, but she does.
well, no.
This guy chucks a rock at you.
Sometimes you
It
chuck
hits you.
things at the trees that are.
You take
I have to do a reflex.
reflex
don't I?
save.
Wait, where the fuck did my die go? Oh.
If you fail, you take 500. If you succeed,
13 reflex.
you needed. Oh, it's low. You're lucky.
Okay.
You needed a. What do you use it before you even start?
What is it before?
You reflex save before you roll.
47.
You're good.
Well, altogether it was a 60.
You needed basically a higher than a 5. You're good. See, you only take 250 in damage as this kind of glowing rock hits you in the face. Would you move the ugly woman
I don't want to.
up to Karen? This one runs right past you. Attack
The
of
better
opportunity.
question was which one's the ugly one?
She jumps off the rubbled wall
I
and
got a
starts
12.
screaming.
I
Just
got
running
12.
up to her, about to really just beat her.
55 on melee. Low.
You're good. So you
Alright,
attack
well,
her. What are you doing to attack her?
I'm using one of my spider legs and I pretty much slice and dice.
Okay.
Given how I can do this 4 times, she is pretty much a California roll.
Okay. So you have 3 more attacks then. So roll. The first one hits. Second one misses.
Well, that one, 48.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I just don't like rolling on the table.
There you go.
Thank you. 18.
Okay. Normally that would be a crit.
Okay.
It's not because you're here. So you need a 19 or 20 in order to crit here.
And I already damaged her.
Everybody. Not just you. Everybody needs a 19 or 20 to crit here. So you hit him. What's the last one?
17.
Okay, you hit him again. Or hit her, I mean. So, whack, whack, whack. How much damage do you do each time?
Like I said,
Says
it's a 43.
No, underneath that. 13.
1308.
No, 13d8.
Oh.
So 13
The thing is,
13 times
he's
8.
something bigger, too.
What's that?
He's something else now, so it'll be a lot more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're the construct. Oh,
That's why I said I'm cutting them up.
It'd be 13d12.
That's why I said California roll, because
Yeah.
I'm slicing them.
So what's that? With 100 and... No. That's... Almost 200, isn't it? 13 times 12?
You just wanted to roll a d8.
156.
So 150. Okay, so 150 times 3...
350. I mean,
450.
450.
Do you want me to roll a d8?
No, she's got to do a save. She fails. So
She's out cold.
she's out cold.
Oh, I thought I'd kill her.
No, you slice basically her leg off, and you basically slice through one of her arms. All right, so in order to
You can't flip it over.
yeah, you can't flip it over. Place one of the candies on it. Put it back and place one of the candies on it. So I know she's unconscious. All right.
Ugly ass kid. Jump.
Move the next one that's back there towards Karen again. So another one jumps off the wall. Runs by you again. You're like, okay.
So another attack of
Yeah,
opportunity.
another attack of opportunity.
I roll a 5.
Nope.
So
4 more or 3 more. Because you got combat reflexes.
1 to 20.
Okay. Confirm it.
A 6.
Okay.
So
One
he gone.
Okay. You have
What
a
is
card
this?
already?
Because of that.
So it
Oh
would
wait,
be-
that's my second 20.
No, it would be D8. So it would be whatever
5.
whatever the machine can do.
Well, right now it's got Hellfire capability. That's the only thing magical that's coming from me. Wow, that is difficult to see. 1.
Oh, okay. It's a powerful one item. Roll your percentiles.
Yeah, okay. 80.
It's a wand. So this wand appears at the end.
How many of these things do I keep getting?
Hey, John, you like
This-
using your wand, don't you?
This wand appears at the end of one of the appendages that you have. So all of a sudden, one of your fingers literally just kind of changes and looks like a metal wand. And you're like, rah! So you swipe at her.
Explosive Fist?
Yeah. So she literally incinerates.
Oh, so it's literally
Because
a
it's
spark.
hellfire. It destroys her and her soul.
So would every other one, or at least the ones that could see it because I know they can't hear it, would they just run in fear or some shit? Because they're just like, Spider can do that.
They're feral. They don't care.
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot.
They're like, nah, I don't care. Let's get him anyways. So the one that just ran past him, he swiped a couple times. The second time he hit it, hey man, that's here.
Yeah,
Second time he hit it, he literally like jabs her with his claws, and as you scrape your claws right into her gut, she literally just goes into a pile of ash. The bigger ones in the back are gonna chuck stones.
Oh yeah, the one missed Robert. That's right.
Nope. Oh god. Oh, that's good. Okay. So 2 of them lift up basically what looks like the roof of a house and chuck it in your guys' directions. Which way is it going?
Somebody do something because I can't see.
Okay. Bobby Joe. You hear a... And you look up and you see the biggest chunk of rock you've ever seen in your life.
It's like you're in Wile E. Coyote.
And you're like... I should probably move.
Is would the ring of evasion work?
Nope.
Not here.
Okay, so I take up
When it comes down, it's gonna kill the 2 that's in front of you. That's all I gotta say.
So I'm gonna run around. I'm going back up and let it drop.
They're feral. They don't care it's coming.
Yeah.
They're gonna attack you if you try and move. So it's either you stay and die, or move and let them attack you as you...
I run. I'll let them attack me.
Okay. So, reflex save to get the fuck out of here.
If you want me to send you that video, I can.
Let me see. Oh, you're good. It's low.
Okay.
You're like, you basically jump, and these guys swat you. So let's see if one of these guys hits you. Because if one of these guys grabs a hold of you, you're staying.
Yeah, okay.
So wait, you're good. You're getting out of the way, as far as we know right now. But if one of these guys is able to grab you and hold on to you...
How's she dodging anyhow?
Jumping onto the rock and running
She gets a
over.
reflex save.
Oh.
She succeeded the reflex save. So she's going to take half the damage. But if these guys grab a hold of her,
She's screwed.
she's taking all the damage.
Well, that's really not bad.
Oh. Okay. So literally you jump between these two. One swats you towards the other one.
Oh.
The other one grabs a hold of you and throws you. So, they're not holding on to you. So you take... How much life do you have?
Come on. 907.
Okay. We'll just say for shits and giggles I'm going to make it 250 so I don't have to roll. So, you get swat. 250.
I got 657 left.
Swat.
Another 250.
250. Okay? And you take...
407.
Okay. Alright. I'm not done yet. You succeeded the reflex save, so you only take half damage from the roof that's falling on you. So, another 250. Roll a fortitude save. To not pass out. As this roof, basically, as this guy swats you and then this other guy grabs you and just chucks you, you basically kind of collide with the roof as you bounce off of it and get out of the way.
I only got a 6, so I'm dead.
You're not dead, you're just unconscious. Let me check. Okay, it's kind of low. What'd you need? What'd you got? Let's see what you needed.
She rolled a 6.
Yeah, I rolled a 6, so 6 plus my
Fortitude.
fortitude is 36, that'd be 40.
No. Okay, so you're unconscious. So he chucks you. Where are you at? Where's your character?
My character's right.
Okay. So this guy swats you, and this guy literally chucks you towards the wall. So this roof comes down and just literally kills these guys, pancakes them.
I was hoping that they would have at least thrown her our way.
I rolled. I didn't roll. Which way is he throwing you? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Does he throw you over the wall? Yes. So as he chucks you this way, you kind of collide with the rubble that's coming down, and you bounce and hit over here and land, basically. So you take all that damage. Reflex save. You can't. You're unconscious. Shit. So you take damage from hitting the ground. Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We'll say 70 divided by 5 is what?
60 divided by 5?
70 divided by 5 is...
14.
Mm-hmm.
14d6.
But that's only up in the air. That's not going just across.
Let's hope you still have some lives, kitty.
D6.
Probably not. 72, so I add 70 to it.
I'm rolling it right now. You only take another 50 damage from hitting the ground. So you're good.
I got slow fall.
It doesn't work.
Do.
Not here you
Nah, here you don't. I know, right? It sucks. Yeah, I hate this place. Dax is like, I can't do anything. I need to cast a spell. Somebody teach me how to cast a spell. You know. John, it's your turn.
Alright, that's what I'm wanting to ask. Could you and Karen be able to jump onto my back or something? Because what I'm wanting to do is do like a super leap over to this way.
You would give all of them attacks of opportunity against you as you leap past them.
No, I mean, like, I'd go high in the air just because of how big I am. I'd figure momentum
They
might be able...
can still chuck rocks at you.
Well, I don't know what the fuck to do. I really don't. Nobody... I mean...
Where's Diane during all this?
She's cleaning her room.
She's here. She's here with Aubrey. She came and helped you, and she's still here.
You don't see her, Willie.
Do we see the Pegasi?
Nope.
Wait, I would. I'd see something.
That's weird.
So, you don't see her around.
Well, I mean the energy.
You don't see the ship around either.
Fucking hell.
That's a good thing. I'd rather my ship's not around while they start.
But what if it went deeper in and then it shut down somewhere?
You can do a insight check because you can track the energy.
Well, he already did it 3 times. He shouldn't
Yes.
need to.
Wow, you have a point.
Well, you still gotta do an insight check to see which way it's going.
That's true.
It's like a tracking. You're tracking something. So roll basically higher than 5 and you know which way it's going.
Alright, but I also want to add on with it. Can I be able to see if Samuel somehow came out while we were all getting... Because you said
No.
he's a... No?
He hasn't.
Alright. I got a 15.
Okay. The ship did not go further in.
Thank God. Oh.
You see the ship's trajectory as like it's... From what you can tell, from what you rolled, it looks like the ship is staying about 600 miles away from it, just kind of circling it. The spire. The Dark Tower.
Is there something still in it?
It's circling about 600 miles
the ship
radius
or the tower?
around the tower.
And it left this town.
It
So they're
left
looking for something.
It left this town. And from what you can tell, Diane followed it. Along with the Pegasus.
Pegasi.
They're looking for something. Either that or they're trying to get somebody out of the fucking tower. Is that what it is? They're trying to get somebody out?
You're not sure.
Fuck. Alright, well, what?
Well, she asked Dax if he knows anything about this stuff.
Dax ain't got no power right now.
He still
We
don't
still
know.
know about
Dax
it.
suggests we continue searching through this place because whatever they wanted to find, they didn't find it yet. So it could be possibly in this town.
Yeah, but how do we know if we find it? Because we don't know what they're looking. It could be a rock that they just chucked at us for all we know.
We don't know.
Sorry, I rolled something weird.
Start looking at the rocks. They could just have rocks. I mean,
The only person that might be able to fill you in,
who's that?
Samuel.
still inside the maze or the catacomb.
Okay, so there's a debate. Would a scroll work?
No, you would have to cast a spell.
But you're reading
That's
it.
fine. I will cast the stupid spell if I have to.
Either by using the scroll or it's you yourself. Either by reading the scroll or using an implement.
I have literally copied this scroll like 75,000 times. I think by now I know it by heart.
Okay, so yes, whatever you want to do.
So we're gonna cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
Hey, can we stop getting hurt?
So would they...
20.
I was about ready to swipe because it's still my turn.
How many?
You
Oh my God!
Is this Samuel?
No.
Oh man.
Guess what happens?
I don't know, but I'm gonna roll to see if it's friendly or not.
In the distance, you see kind of a flash of light.
It's friendly.
In the distance, you see a flash of light and a roar,
What?
Diane?
It's a dragon.
and then you see in the distance the ship returning with Diane escorting it.
I made the ship friendly?
Apparently, Diane convinced the android to turn around and come back.
Yeah.
So, the ship rolls up.
Get on it.
Diane lands next to you guys with a swoop and a roar. Lands next to you guys. And she says, the android has a proposition.
Which is
Go into the catacombs and find what she's looking for.
is she gonna tell us what it is?
Yes.
Good.
She says she's looking. Diane basically says she's looking for a rod of.
Enhancement.
No,
What?
it's a rod of oblivious insight. She says it's a wondrous rod that she's looking for. Diane says I'm not sure why she's looking for it, but wondrous rods can do some pretty weird things.
Yeah, we've come against a couple. We know.
We find the rod,
Stuck in that freaking bone.
give it to the android. She gives us her ship back.
Or she could get it herself.
Guys, what do we think?
I can't think nothing. I'm knocked out.
What happened?
I just want to get
That's
some
the
out.
bug that's supposed to be on the
That's the
tree.
only thing I'm
Stuck in that
concerned
bone.
about right
Does the android kill everything with the ship?
That's what I was gonna ask. Okay.
Does she do it without killing you guys?
Then the Pegasus is Pegasi. Whatever, the Pega thingies.
So, you see basically bolts of lightning and what looks like adamantium spears, followed by lightning bolts. Just hit everything in the vicinity except you guys.
Oh yeah, and that one was knocked out, so that would have been dead.
Everything basically gets torched and electrocuted and
God.
impaled.
And the Pegasi?
They're fine.